scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another post this video. So today I'm working on a layout about the lighthouse trail at Southampton and Isle of Wight, which just ended recently, and today's layout is documenting my favourite island lighthouse and my favourite Southampton lighthouse. So there was 35 large lighthouses in Southampton and 5 on the Isle of Wight. If you've been following my videos, then you'll know all about it. So it's called Light to the South, and it's a sculpture trail, and the ones in Southampton and the Isle of Wight were lighthouses. So yeah, Light to the South. So I've got these 2 3x4 portrait photos that I'm documenting here, and this layout is for Scraptember day 26, and the prompt for today is pattern 12x12. So I'm taking that to be 12x12 pattern paper. That's what I'm doing here, and I'm using, like, as I quite often do, a very bold pattern paper, so I thought that was quite appropriate for today's layout. And it is that Simple Stories Simple Vintage Seas, and this one is called By the Sea, and the pattern on the reverse is this pattern here, which is quite nice, but of course I had to use the bold pattern paper with the rather appropriate lighthouse. So I've got a few bits and bobs here. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to add a few bits and bobs, quite a few die cuts, and once again I'm using that collection, the Simple Stories Vintage Seas collection, as well as the pattern paper. So I think I've got foam stickers and die cut pieces and decorative brad. A decorative brad I think I'm going to be using today. I think the title is going to be Catch of the Day, as I'm documenting my favourites. And which means I won't be adding any thickers or anything like that, so I'm just going to do it as Catch of the Day with this little banner piece there. So I was thinking of keeping the 2 birdies on show because, you know, Catch of the Day and all that. There's a beautiful image here of boats, yachts, boats, but you know, something's got to be covered up, so they're going to be covered up, I'm afraid, and might just pop these down here so that I can get an idea of placement, because I think these are going to go here, all these die cuts. So again, I've raided my stash for the collection, grabbed as many bits as I possibly can to throw at this page because, you know, I want to use them. So I'm going to place this so that the little birdies' feet there, little claws, is that what you call them? Claws. Anyway, just so that they're at the top, as if they're like grabbing the lighthouse. That's what I'm thinking then. I'm going to do it slightly at an angle because I really like to do that. And then this one is going to be placed here, just alongside it again at a slight angle, placed over the photo slightly. There. That looks nice. Okay, so I've got a chipboard lighthouse here. I've got the aforementioned decorative brad. That's actually, it has got a lighthouse on it, similar to the one that I used before. And then I thought I'd place these bits of sea fauna, foliage, I'm not sure what you call it, here as a base for this chipboard piece here. I mean, this one is printed or designed this way, but because I'm not going to use it for that, I just want this bit to show. I'm going to use it on the horizontal. I don't want to cover any of the lighthouse here, so I'm just going to place that there. I think that's going to go on top of there, like that. And then what I'll do is I'll trim off the excess pieces once I have finished. I'm going to pop this piece down here again. Like I said already, this is going to be my title piece. Quite often take my titles from embellishments, and that's what I'm doing today. Catch of the Day. I've got these 2, this foam bit's quite sticky actually. I've got 2 foam pieces here that I just grabbed from the from the stash. I thought I'd throw at this page. Sea Scene's quite appropriate because, you know, I did want to go back and see the lighthouses again, and I did manage to do that this week. And they were moved. They were at the boat show. They were all in place at the boat show, ready for the auction, lined up, which is really nice to see them like that. So yeah, I did go and see them again because I was there for the theatre. Can't really see that very well. I think that's the right way up. Yeah, pop that there. I'm going to pop this here. Is it adhesive? I cannot remember. I think it might be. Yes, it is. But I will add extra adhesive to that. Pop that nestled into this area. Is that sea foam? I'm not sure if that's sea foam or rocks, but I'll pop it there anyway. Bit lower than the pre-printed one, just to give a little bit of a difference so they're not lined up. These two, as you can see, I've placed directly onto the page, which I quite often do. Something that I like to do. Sometimes I back them, sometimes I don't. Okay, there, I do need to add some glue to that, don't I? Actually, my glue is not where it should be because I took it with me to a friend's the other day. We were working on a project and I took a few of my things in a box over there, and they're still in the box. Just down here where I'm just below where I'm sitting here. I'll grab that in a moment. Pop that there. And I think that will go just here like that. Could have put those underneath each other, couldn't I? But I do like to place things a bit offset. I'm just going to leave that as it is. Right, now then, I've got another one here, smaller one. I'm going to pop down here in the left corner because, well, not because, but I am going to put it there, and then I'm going to do my writing here, a little bit of journaling here. If I'd have left a big enough gap there, I could have added the date there, couldn't I? Oh, but then again, I think I'll add the date here and here because they're on 2 different days. So this was when I went to Southampton. This was a couple of days later on the island. Not sure about that. But having said that, yeah, I've got this lovely pattern paper showing through. So, you know, maybe I'll just go with that. Glue these together like that. Place this, like I said before, so it doesn't cover the top of the lighthouse, the antenna there. Close to the edge of the paper. I do think I want it nestled in that section there though. Pop that there, and then I've got this Keep Calm and Sail It On chipboard piece, which I'm going to pop, layer that over here because I do like the look of that. Do I want it further up like this? I think I might actually. A little bit higher than this piece here. Then we've sort of got filled corners, haven't we? Because this is a filled corner, this is a filled corner. We've got a filled corner here and a filled corner here. Got my 2 4x6 portraits, which I quite often like to use. I did think about, I'm thinking now about whether I need to add a little bit of sea spray ink. Let me just see what I've got. I've got the blue, teal, and this one, which is tinsel. Is that teal? Yeah, it's teal. Haven't got any white left. Used that up the other day, so I haven't got any white. Do I want to add a bit of this? I think I might. It's a nice. I think the blue goes well with the pattern paper. Got lots of blues on here, obviously with the navy or the darker blue as well, which I don't mind at all. Quite like mixing my blues. Then we've got the dark one here as well, and then we've got the lighter one there. Thinking just top left, bottom right, and I might go a bit wild and use the black as well, or the tinsel. Always try and hold your hand still. This is what I do, my tip. Hold your hand still and just flick with your finger onto the bottle. Otherwise you're, you know, trying to do everything like that. Everything moves. And then you get a large splodge on the page, which is what you don't want. Luckily for me, this is selfie printed photos. They are selfie printed photos, so everything will wipe off. And I should probably just do it with a cloth, but as I've got this in my hand now. So yeah, you basically, if you do it, if you hold your hand still and just tap the bottle with your finger, then you have more control. And if you don't do that, then you lose control and get a great big giant blob like I just did. Trying to show you what not to do. Okay, I think that's probably fine. We'll see. Yeah, I'll check that later. Though, even if it dries on there, it'll still come off. Because it's, like as I've said already, it's a selfie printed photo. You can wipe things from them, and they have got, like, I think it's like a 100-year guarantee or something. Right, I like the look of that with the bladder. I'm thinking dots or something up here, you know, but I think I'm going to leave it as is with the birdies, the seabirds. I've got one here though. Would that just be like too much, do you think? Don't think I've got any other birds in flight in my little, you can't see it, but I've just got a few bits from the collection that I've just put left there from when I was doing previous layout. Part of me wants to put that there, even though it's busy. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. I haven't got my glue to hand still. Nestle it right in to that. Just pop it on there. I have got a little bit of the ink on there, which is not good. Don't think I'll be able to get that off either without, you know, ruining the paper, without it sort of breaking the fibres. You know how it happens when you rub on paper too much. What I could do is use a white pen and go over that, and you won't see it then. Right, so I think this layout might be finished. I am going to do my journaling here just to say that these are my two favourite lighthouses. Although when I went to the boat show the other day and looked at all the lighthouses again, oh my gosh, it's so hard to choose. And I'm pretty sure I would waver with my favourites. But I think I'm going to stick with these two. This one was on the island and I just love it. And this one was the one that they used to promote the trail, and it depicts the island. So yeah, I really like it. But there are some of the others that definitely could be my favourite. But I'm going to stick with these as I've done the layout now. And I am doing a grid of my top 10 as well. So yeah, I've got that to come as a different layout. Documenting here that these are my two favourites, Southampton and Isle of Wight. And yeah, this layout is finished. I'll add the journaling, take a photo, pop it at the end. Scraptember, day 26, pattern 12 by 12. All the information is in the description box below if you wanted to pop over there and have a look at the playlist and see what everybody else is doing. And yeah, once again, thank you for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.